Well, hello there. I'm Kim Berry, editor of Food and Drink Business. Welcome to Play, a weekly news roundup brought to you by Hydroflux, a leading provider of tailored water treatment solutions. Because no two operations are the same, Hydroflux emphasises the importance of customised water and wastewater solutions to meet specific needs. You have just over a week to get your entry in for this year's Hive Awards. There are 9 categories and they range from best ingredient, process and packaging to new technology, value innovation and business excellence. So plenty of options. It's also worth letting you know that the entries don't have to be some project of a grand scale. It can be one part of your operations that you have changed that has had a major impact. Head to thehiveawards.com.au for all the information and entry form. And you can also enter more than one category. On to the news this week. At the end of last week, Yowie Group called in its loan facility with its major shareholder, Keybridge Capital Limited. 3 days later, Keybridge went into voluntary administration. The confectioner had a reciprocal loan agreement with Keybridge that allowed Yowie to borrow up to $3.5 million or earn interest on deposited funds. Yowie said the loan was unsecured and callable and had no set maturity date, and at the end of last year, it had $2.8 million on deposit, earning 10% interest. The company said it will work with Keybridge's voluntary administrator to ensure full recovery of the loan balance with accrued interest, while also considering a range of capital solutions, given the likely delays in the recovery of the loan funds. SPC Global CEO Robert Iavasi has written to shareholders reassuring them that recent price movements reflect short-term market dynamics, not the company's operational or financial performance. SPC's share price has fallen almost 50% since it listed on the ASX on the 17th of December. Iavasi said selling pressure from one non-founding shareholder had likely influenced the share price in the short term. ASIC's appeal to the full federal court in its case against Noumi's former CEO and MD, Rory McLeod, has been successful. The court found that providing documents to ASIC in accordance with a voluntary disclosure agreement did not waive a valid legal professional privilege claim. The full court's decision overturned part of an earlier interlocutory decision that stemmed from a discovery dispute between Noumi and McLeod. In that decision, the court found Noumi waived LPP when it provided documents to ASIC pursuant to a voluntary disclosure agreement. ASIC and Noumi both appealed that decision, while McLeod lodged a cross-appeal claim against that finding that the documents were privileged to begin with. The cross-appeal failed. The Commission said the proceedings against McLeod will now continue, and a liability hearing will be scheduled by the court in due course. A study by the George Institute of Global Health has found only 63% of alcohol products in Australia display the mandatory pregnancy warning label, despite being given a 3-year period to bring it in. The warning labels are intended to ensure consumers are informed that drinking while pregnant does increase the risk of potential lifelong health issues in unborn children. The federal court mandated their use in 2020. The study looked at around 6,000 products sold in 4 large stores in Sydney between June and November 2023. It also found around a quarter of those products carried their own version of the warning label. The ACCC has rejected the Infant Nutrition Council's application to continue the infant formula marketing agreement for another 5 years, citing concerns over its effectiveness and potential impacts on competition. The MAFE agreement was developed to restrict advertising and promotion on infant formula and was introduced in 1992. The ACCC said it had limited scope and restrictions on its ability to capture the breadth of digital marketing methods. The Commission also made that decision in the knowledge that an independent review of the agreement was completed in October 2023, and its key recommendation that it should be replaced with a stronger regulatory framework in the form of a legislated mandatory code was accepted by the government. The wrinkle there is that there has been no announcement since as to when that may be implemented. For all these stories and more, head to the website foodanddrinkbusiness.com.au. Get those Hive Award entries in, hiveawards.com.au. Thanks again to Hydroflux. And with that, I'm Kim Berry, over and out.